I'm this big pebble that was thrown into the ocean. And in there, I've caused a big wave.
For Karen Kendra Holmes, visibility has been both personal and powerful. A veteran and former Maryland Defense Force member, Karen built a career defined by service and leadership, earning recognition as Soldier of the Year while navigating her journey as a transgender woman. But for years, authenticity and acceptance did not always feel compatible. With her bright smile and jangling earrings, she now embraces the visibility she once felt she had to hide.
Happy Pride.
Today, Karen uses her voice and visibility to help others feel seen, especially transgender people who may still be searching for safety, belonging, and community.
I was always nervous and scared because of the fact, I was afraid that maybe, possibly that somebody might say something and then I end up getting kicked out of the Maryland Defense Force because, of course, they didn't accept trans people in the military back at that time. Kind of hiding a lot, and I hated to do that. In 2012, by the Maryland Defense Force and the Maryland State Guard Association, I got NCO Soldier of the Year, which is non-commissioned officer. And a lot of the female soldiers were coming up to me going, "Great job, you're doing it for us." And I'm like, yeah, I am. But inside I'm thinking, I'm also doing it for the transgender community, which I can't say nothing about because they hadn't accepted us yet.
For Karen, simply existing openly became an act of courage.
They saw what I was bringing to the table and not the fact that I am transgender.
And through that visibility, she hopes younger generations understand they are not alone.
When I was 13, that's when it all started for me. I thought I was going to transition or do something. I was in a fog. I didn't know really who I was at that time. Back then, I went to a conference called the Philadelphia Trans Health Conference, and that's where I really found out who I truly was inside. And I'm like, oh my God, this is who I truly am. Being transgender is who we are in our mind, heart, and spirit.
Her family was supportive when she made the decision to transition, including the name she picked.
I said, Mom, my name is going to be Karen. She says, something I never told you, and she never told me this as well. When she was pregnant, she said if she had a girl, she was going to name it Karen. And I said, oh my God, I just started losing it right then because I said, now I know truly who I am, and nobody can take that away from me now. I had people that said, why don't you go with Antoinette because my real name is Anthony, or why don't you go with Tony with an I? And I'm like, no, there's something about Karen I need to stay with. I don't know why, and now I know why.
Karen believes representation matters now more than ever, not only in policy or institutions, but in everyday life.
You need to have us at the table. We live this life 24/7 every day.
That commitment to visibility also inspired Karen to share her story in a new way through writing a book. Documenting her journey became more than a reflection. It became a way to preserve experiences, create understanding, and help others feel less alone.
I wrote it because I really wanted to do two things. One, help the transgender community go through for what they're going through in transitioning. And on the flip side, I wanted to help the cisgender community understand who we are.
Karen's story reflects the heart of this year's Pride theme: to exist openly, to resist erasure, and to have the audacity to live authentically.
I am a storybook, and inside that book is my life. On the outside of the cover is Tony, which now is Karen. Just because the cover's changed, the story still remains the same.